Hey everybody, in this video I am going to be tying a Zonker Fly. There's a couple different ways you can tie these. Um, I think any of them are fine. I enjoy tying them all different ways and stuff, and I enjoy fishing with streamers. So I enjoy making these. So I'm using a size 6 hook, barbless, and then I'm using a cone head size small weight. And so we'll slide that over the hook, or down to the eye of the hook. And so some people, they do like weights, or not weights, but wire around here to help weigh it down. That's what I'm going to do, but I'm also doing it for a different reason. It'll weigh it, and I'm also doing copper. I'm just gonna put that there. Cut that. I'm using copper, but I'm also using this to help hold down the zonker strip when it's finally put across the front. I'll show you. So I'm gonna try and get that under there so that it keeps the cone head weight pushed all the way to the front. And then I'm going back to the bend of the hook. This is as far back as I'm going. And I want to tie it down. The copper wire, I want to make sure it's tied down as well as I can and stuff, because as you start bending that, if you don't have it tied well enough, it basically just starts, twisting, your thread, and it just messes up. So, anywho, I've got the copper wire there, and then so zonker strips, they come in all different colors and options. I've got some I picked up from different places. Here's just plain white. This one I really like and stuff. It's a red leech color. I really like that color, red. Chartreuse. Then olive. Then this one is sand variant. It basically, it's natural. There's kind of a hint of green, but I think it's also kind of older. And then this one is crawdad orange. And so I'm actually going to use, I think the crawdad orange is what I'm going to use today. I was trying to decide between that and the sand. But they, when you get them, they could be in, strips like this, or they could be a lot of stuff going everywhere. Attached to the top, and so it's like 3 strips that are all connected. So that's something I've noticed about different brands and packages, and so doesn't matter either way. Just something I thought I'd mention. So actually, this is actually kind of smaller than what I'm thinking, or what I thought it was, or how I envisioned it, I guess is a way to say it. So I think actually I will do the sand. Here's a strip. So like, I picked this up at a fly tying show, and it says never been opened, but when you got a small piece like this, and then you got a longer piece like this, and I've never used it, makes me think it was open, but still there were plenty of material in it and everything, so still happy with the purchase. So okay, so the hair will lean, and it may fold different ways, but of course being in the water and stuff, it's gonna reshape, but the hair will lean, and so you want the hair to lean towards the bend of the hook or away from the eye of the hook. So I know I want the strip there to be right behind that cone weight. I know I want it to hang off the back of the hook because I want it through the water and everything. So I'm probably doing double the length of the hook is probably what I'm doing. So I'm going to cut that, and you can make it as as long as you'd want and everything. So my thread is all the way to the bend of the hook. I'm lining it up right behind the cone, and then I'm going to put it through there. And sort of part the hair. I'm just going to do, I don't know. Oop, there's 4 times. I want to hold it down tight there. And then, so I'm going to peel that back, and so it's on there good. And then an option that you can do is dubbing. And so I'm using this Kaufman. It's like a, not sure which one of these it is. It has all the different color options and stuff. It's a burnt orange is what it is, and so I'm going to take a little bit of this dubbing, and that's probably good. Probably a little bit too much. And I'm going to make a dubbing loop. I'm going to bring that to the front, put the dubbing tool on there. So the idea of this and stuff was it's just going to be brownish orange, very natural colored. The thread that I'm using, I've been asked about it before. You'll notice it's on a wooden spool. It is just 100% polyester. I got these from Hobby Lobby. They were on sale for $1, and it's just polyester thread. They've worked well for all different things I've tied. So I don't know what aught or what denier it is. It's just 100% polyester. So anyway, I tilt that back, and then I'm going to try and not catch it on the point of the hook there. I'm just going to put the dubbing loop all around the length of the body. And up towards the front there, right behind the cone. And then 1, 2, 3 over the top of the dubbing loop, and then pull it back 1, 2, 3 in between the dubbing loop and the cone. And I'm just going to snip off that little piece there. And just a couple more times right behind that cone. And then I'm going to lay this Zonker strip on top of the dubbing, try and pull the hair back, and I'm just going to pinch down that sort of leather strip there to tie that down. There we go. So now the Zonker strip is tied down and everything. And now I'm going to take the copper wire. I've got so much little fibers floating around. And I'm going to part in between the Zonker feather or Zonker fibers. I'm going to go around there. And then I'm going to part it again. Part it again. And part it again, and so it's obvious it's kind of twisting, but it's holding down the Zonker strip better than just the thread alone. It also adds that little bit of shine to it along with the dubbing. And then I could cut it off there. I think what I'm going to do is actually loop it around. I thought I had somewhere around here some pliers or a multi-tool, but I'll just do it with my fingers. So kind of bend it around there, and then I'm just going to take that brown thread anyway. And do it enough times that it's going to hold the copper wire down. And then I'm going to do a half hitch. And I accidentally snapped it, but that's fine because I'm going to use the Sally Hansen's and just completely coat the front of that. Oh, that's a little bit extra. And I know I'll clean that up before I actually use it. Oh, by the way, the copper wire is a 22 gauge. Same thing. Got this from Hobby Lobby as well. So I use that or some sort of real thinner one. I don't know what gauge that is. But anywho, so yeah, as used in the water, the Zonker strip will lean back and everything. Yeah, it's all natural, looking, tan, orange. It'll have that shine to it. Of course, also the cone, being nickel plated, that'll shine too. But yeah, that's one way to do a Zonker strip, and they're fun to fish with. They'll catch anything, and they're fun to tie. You don't have to do that copper wire like I did. You don't have to do the weight at the front, so you can customize it. Figure out what works best for you. If you've tied these before, let me know in the comments. What color patterns or how you did it. If you've been successful with them and stuff, share some fishing stories. So Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.